Hey, this is D from Fellow Corner Podcast. Come join us on the corner to talk about entertainment, news, and all the above. Also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Fellow Corner Podcast to get the latest on each episode. We'll be waiting. Let's discuss.
You about to record this as a podcast?
Duh.
Okay. Damn, I'm like so built for that.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. We coming to 2020. This is a new year. This is a new you. This is a new me. So if you haven't done already, man, get you another form of income in your pocket, my baby. Go ahead, start recording the podcast, man. Shout out to Anchor, man. So don't pussyfoot around because it's free. There's creation tools to allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so you can be easily heard on, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, all that other stupid dumb shit that niggas like to listen to motherfucking podcasts. And you can make some cheese from that podcast with no minimum listenership. So everything you need to make a podcast is all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. You punk bitch. Hey man, peep gang. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? Shit, when I was trying to get this podcast off the ground with Spiff, man, we had a lot of questions, man. Like, how do I record an episode? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Also, how do I make money off this podcast, man? Man, peep gang, the answer to every one of those questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you can get paid to podcast, man. Secure the bag. Listen, man, me and Spiff, man, we ain't come here to get paid off this, man. We just wanted everyone to enjoy, and listen to our convos and stories about, our upbringing. But why not get paid for it? You know what I'm talking about? So, if you always wanted to start a podcast, make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. Again, that's anchor.fm/start to join me, Spiff, and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. And guess what, man? We can't wait to hear your podcast, man. So, hey, that's it.
You about to record this as a podcast?
Duh.
Okay. Damn, I'm like so built for that.
I ain't gonna hold y'all niggas up, man. I'm, as the days go on and the years pass, man. I'm just blessed to be here, man. To be privileged enough to enjoy a Father's Day and a birthday within the same day, especially with with my family and y'all niggas, man. This shit is a blessing, man.
Hey, turn up happy Father's Day. Happy birthday. I'm so glad you didn't pull out.
Factuals, man. But, nigga, like I say, man, this father shit, man, this shit is 24/8, man. This shit is every day, man. I could give a damn about a birthday, nigga, as long as I get my flowers on Father's Day. That's all that matters.
And the fathers, they don't really be getting a lot of, a lot of credit and shit.
None
like, niggas
whatsoever.
love their mamas, but the fathers, like, I was just with my pops. I was in there for, 2 hours, and I left and took, a 2-hour nap.
You know what I'm sick and tired of? Like mothers and shit. Like, you can't double back. Like, you can't get Mother's Day and turn around and be a father, too, and get your flowers on that day, too. Like, baby girl, relax, man. Let the real niggas enjoy this one, man. Let the real niggas enjoy this one, man. But how dare I not introduce the motherfucking podcast, man? This is the Meech and Spiff motherfucking podcast, and I'm Meech.
I'm Spiff. I do what I do when I do when I do it.
That's right, man. And we got a special guest, man. A reoccurring guest on the motherfucking pod. Introduce yourself.
Oh man, I want to say Dolo Hathaway. I want to say Dolo Luther King. I want to say Young Perky but you already know who it is, man. Dolo Velli, man, in the building.
Yes, sir, man. That's my favorite young nigga, man. My nigga come with a new AKA every time he swing through. I never heard of Dolo Hathaway, man. I'm very, very intrigued on how you come upon that name, man.
Oh shit, man! I had to get on my R&B tip and shit. So, I was recording in the studio. I laid a little R&B track down, and I was like, I can't be Dolo Hendrix because that's already taken. So I'm like, fuck it, man. I'm Dolo Hathaway, man.
Man, I'm glad you here, man, because we have previewed a lot of your music on the pod before. Man, what you working on? I heard you say you got some R&B shit, man. What you doing, Solo?
Man, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing for real, but I got a video coming soon, some real exclusive shit. You dig me?
Yeah, sir.
You dig me?
Man, what you shooting for?
Song called Anti-Hero off this project I released called Triflic Dolo. It's the last joint off that joint.
That's my favorite shit on that bitch.
So
why they sleeping on me?
Why they sleeping on me, man? Made a couple bands and I freaked it. I freaked it.
Yes, sir, man. I'm looking forward to that, man. Did you already shoot that shit or is it still in the works?
Oh no, I'm shooting that shit this week. For real. So whenever.
Good day, man. Let me know, nigga. I'll slide. I want to come through.
Definitely pull up.
Niggas did not call me. I saw you in the motherfucking another music video. I think it was for that Mike nigga shit.
Oh yeah. We got some shit coming too, and that shit should be here before the end of the week. So while this video in the works, you gonna have another video from me and shit, some real fire shit. You dig me?
I fuck with it, man. Shout out to my young dog Solo, man, pulling up on a nigga B-Day. Excuse me. My gang affiliation's my C-Day.
Yes, sir. Happy G-Day to my nigga, man.
Man, appreciate it. But Spiff Lord.
Yes, sir.
Man, shout out to all 13 of the listeners. We gained one.
Okay. Let them know. I feel like we discussed this on the previous pod.
Yeah, we can't shout out to the 12 listeners. We got 13 now. But, before we get into the pod, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, or whenever the fuck y'all niggas like to listen to this motherfucking podcast. We appreciate you motherfuckers for always, pulling up, showing love, giving feedback when all that shit is appreciated, man. I appreciate you niggas. All 13 of you cocksuckers, man. But Spiff.
Yes, sir.
I think it's time for us to get into that one shit.
What is that one shit that you're talking about? We got a lot of topics to discuss.
Man, before we get into that one, J. Cole situation, man, you had a good series of events, man, that took place while you was at work, man. I want you to kind of tell the people how your work week was and the different events that took place while you was at work.
Well, it didn't even start really with my work week. That shit started on my off day. So my old boss, she left the job or whatever, and she went to another company. Something happened.
Sometimes you gotta level up.
You feel me? They paid her that baggie. You feel me? So she dipped as she was leaving. She like, yeah, I'm gonna take you and we don't say no names, but my other old boss with me. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's a big bet. You feel me? She like, oh, during this time, you feel me? Even on the quarantine and shit, she was Zoom calling me and shit. You feel me? With me and my old boss and a couple of other coworkers, and she was just like, yeah, they paying a big bag, blah, blah, blah. You feel me?
Factual.
So I go in that bitch, see what it do, right? You feel me? So it talking good, sounding good, you feel me? So, interview, I hate interviews, but I feel like I did decent.
I feel like, when it comes to interviews and shit like that, man, that's when I really get in my, my bag, man, because I feel like I'm a real personal person. You know, especially don't let a bitch, you know, interview me, man, because I'm gonna be tugging on her heartstrings and her pussy strings.
Can I say one thing about interviews?
Absolutely,
I
man.
feel like I am the worst nigga when it comes to interviews because they always ask some bullshit like.
They be like, so tell me, what's your long-term goals? What's your weaknesses?
Right, man, I don't fucking know. In my head, that's what I'm saying. They be asking shit like, tell a time when you had to be a leader. Nigga, never. Fuck shit you talking about? Can I get this job, though?
Nigga be like, nigga, I'm just trying to get paid, nigga.
So, yeah, so my interview lasts about 30 minutes. I toured the plant for like 2 hours. They showing me, you know, I'm with my old boss. She was like, yeah, I hate this nigga. This nigga don't know how to do shit. Like, this nigga, why the fuck he on break, nigga? Break time ain't for another 30 minutes and shit.
Right.
It blah, blah, blah. You feel me? I'm getting all the, you know, all the infos and shit like that. So, I think that was a Monday. I leave. My other old boss, she still work for the company I'm currently with, you feel me? And she's like, how did it go, all that other shit, whatever. So, niggas is like, I get to work on Wednesday. I'm driving in, mind you, I drive in probably like 3 in the afternoon, you feel me? My old boss called me, talking to me, still trying to sell me on it. I feel like I'm in Blue Chips, about to go to whatever school that was they was trying to get niggas to go through, you feel me? Like, yeah, if you come here, this and the third, you ain't got to worry about this. You ain't got to worry about this. Did you see that 401k plan? No, they matched 3.5%. Did you see that?
Man, my nigga Spiff had shown me some health insurance they tried to sell him and shit. Of course, you know, they tried to sell my nigga some health insurance, you know, for a company that I work for, however. And not knowing, like, they was trying to get my nigga this shit that cost an arm and a fucking leg.
Arm and a fucking leg. Mind you, currently I got that Blue Cross. You feel me? Them niggas ain't to be fucked with.
Yeah.
So, soon as I get to work, my boss's boss,
Nigga, that's leveling up on a cocksucker.
he like, come see me before you step on the floor. We should talk. I'm like, big bet.
All right, Jacob.
So I went in there. He like, so you got an offer from the other company.
How did you know, sir?
He was like, as soon as you walked in that plane, I got a call. He like,
The walls had eyes.
he was like, even though he a white man, basically in layman's terms, he was like, fuck them niggas. I'm your man. He's like, I hate to leave you. He was like, how much did they offer you? You feel me? I told him. He was like, fuck that shit.
Right.
He was like, I gotta let you know, I'm gonna be real with you.
I'm gonna keep it all the way to
He
real
like,
with
I'm
you,
gonna keep it a whole being with you, my nigga. He like, them niggas just being petty right now. He played me a voicemail of the other plant manager talking spicy to my current plant manager. He was like, if you think you could pull this fucking shit, you got another thing coming. He was like, I run Shelby Town shit, bitch. He was like, I'll make sure you never work in this town again.
Don't let a white person get off buddy on you or bucko.
He's like, yeah, buddy. I don't know what the fuck this shit is. So
if you let a white person get buddy or bucko off on you, he really calling you a nigga.
For real. That's the white person term, a nigga, for real.
Listen here, buddy. Bucko.
So the offer was kind of too low on the other side. So
Facts.
my boss was calling me like this. How much niggas was calling me? Like, I'm on my way home from work. She talked to me all the way from my job to work. I live 45 minutes away from my job, and I get off anywhere from 3:30 to 4 in the morning. She called me from 4 in the morning and talked to me till like 5 o'clock in the morning as I was pulling up in this bitch.
Niggas had to keep tabs.
She like, come to death row, nigga. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That bag ain't what I needed to be. You feel me?
It's not as hefty as you.
That bag ain't needed to be. You feel me? She was like, this what you do. Blase, splee. You feel me? Call Girly over there and tell him you want some more bread. You feel me? The nigga over there, I'm like, well, can you, my boss currently, I was like, shit, you gonna have to match that, you feel me? Or would you be interested in matching this, you feel me? Cause
we gon' slide.
I'ma skate, you feel me?
Yeah, nigga, we sliding.
So he was like, let me look into it. I see what I could do. This is a Wednesday, you feel me? Thursday comes around, I'm doing this shit. He cussing out one of my TLs and shit. I come over there, they was like, a nigga just was like, oh shit, I went back there and that nigga Jesse was getting cussed the fuck out. Yeah. So I'm like, shit, let me go back there because this nigga ain't gonna know what to say. He kind of nervous and shit. And my boss's boss, he ain't with the games. Like, he ain't with the games. He'd come through, cut until you don't know who you is and leave. Like, all right, you feel me? So I'm like, what's the problem is or whatever the case may be. He's like, it's no problem. You know, they extra nice. He was like, no, don't worry about that, Mike. I'm just trying to help you out. These knucklehead TLs and shit. Thanks. So he was like, but come see me tomorrow. You don't have to get in here early, but come up to my office. Yeah. You feel me? So I go upstairs. You feel me? The next day, he was like, shit, nigga, I can't pay you. He was like,
hold on, Spiff. Before you say what the fuck you got to say, anytime a nigga say you can't pay me, there's no more that you can say after that. Nigga, I'm getting the fuck on, man.
I tuned out.
All about my fucking coins after that.
I tuned out after he said that, but I didn't tune out, but he was like, I tried to get you, I tried to exceed that offer that they gave you, but being that Coronas and all this other shit is going on, we got everything on hold. As far as promotions, like it's still niggas at my job that's like working they promoting job, but still ain't got they pay because like they corporate offices, like we got everything on hold, bank account froze type shit. And I'm like, whatever though. That nigga was like, shit, I could give you these extra vacation days, and I discussed this with you before. Yeah. I'm like, nigga, I don't use them shits. I'm probably gonna use 2 or 3 out of the month that I got vacation anyway. Right. So I'm like, he's like, you care about vacation? No. He was like, okay. He's like, but what if you get you and your niggas? I take y'all niggas out anywhere. And I'm paying for it. He was like, strip club. He was like, Pistons game.
Whores.
He was like, bars. I'm your man, nigga.
I'd be like, all right, this is what I want. Back page bitches. Supreme selects. Steaks. Tomahawks. The big ones. 1942. Every bottle that you can find in the motherfucking city of Detroit. Did I not mention whores?
So, and I told him, like, I'm in there talking to him. I'm like, the fact that you said you can't get no more money, I'm upset, you feel me? And you trying to
ain't got time.
You trying to pitch me like, oh, you so young, you the future type shit. You talking to a fucking millennial. It's my money and I need it now, nigga.
I need it now.
I need it fucking now, you feel me?
That's what niggas got us fucked up, man.
But he like, yeah, in a couple years, you worked really hard. Now you was on the fries, but now you on the burgers, but now you on the window, you feel me?
Come on, man.
In a couple more years, nigga, you could be running this joint, you feel me?
I'm gonna kick it all the way G-real with these niggas, man. I ain't trying to go see no goddamn Pistons game, nigga. If your offer is not giving me no type of monetary gain, any of that type of shit, I could give a damn what D-Rose gotta think at a time like this, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, man?
Man, fuck the Pistons. Them niggas weak as hell.
For real.
Mind you, though, just a little perspective, nigga, if they play Brown or something, or if they play PG and Kawhi, them niggas got floor seats, you feel me?
Listen, unless these niggas will come up to me, slap fives, and give me a fucking Instagram shout out, I could give a damn, nigga. I could watch these niggas on TV for the free ski, baby boy.
So mind you, while all this shit is going on, I'm in his office. My other old boss over there blowing my shit down, nigga. She called me like 10 times, and we only had a 30-minute meeting, you feel me? And they was like, oh yeah, you the truth, like couple years, you feel me?
Paul Pierce.
This is in the third. So my old boss called me. She was like, so, she like come to death row still. I was like, if it ain't this amount, I'm not fucking with it. You feel me? Man. And I stood firm on that. They was like, oh, well, what if it's this amount. That's probably what you gonna get. I'm like, I'm not fucking with it. And then she got on that same shit.
Don't waste my time, bitch.
She got on that same shit. Like, well, you don't have the experience, but if you come in and prove that you do the job that I know you know how to do, you feel me? Then we could do that. I'm like, shit. Then I'm gonna reject it because I got to stand firm on my principles. Like, I'm not about to go over there and fuck with them niggas and just have to prove the same shit I took 3 years doing to prove to them, you feel me? And then my mans that's trying to take us out to the club, you feel me? That nigga, everything he said he did, he'll do.
Yeah.
I remember I just dropped a new whip, you feel me? And Corona happened. They laid us off. And I didn't know if we was going to get paid or not. I was like, bro, like, we going to get paid or not? You feel me? He was like, I was like, I just bought a new whip, nigga. I got bills and shit. He like, nigga, if you need anything, nigga, during this time, hit me up, you feel me?
You gotta keep a white nigga around.
You gotta keep a white nigga around, nigga. Shout out to Jay Palmerville, nigga.
Jay
Palmerville. So at the end of the day, like, I didn't make any moves, but sometimes no moves is the best moves. Because I know, like, I already know what I'm getting myself into with these niggas, you feel me? And I know, like, what comes with that. I'm not trying to fuck with them other niggas.
I'm going to tell you like this, man. You know, you never know. You might have to sidestep a nigga, you know, make a lateral move to get to the cup, man. Get to the bucket, man.
That's what I'm saying,
you know, we done seen what James Harden can do with 8 steps that he take on on a dribble, man. But you know, your time gonna come, man. You know, it just, you know, these niggas don't see, you know, their worth, you know, your worth right now. But let some shit fuck up. You know, guess who's the first nigga they gonna call? You know, when they need niggas to get in line, who the fuck they call?
Anytime the nigga, I told you about that other nigga, the other supervisor on the other ship that be turning up, flipping tables over and shit. When he get mad walking out that bitch, you feel me?
Come on, man.
But at the end of the day, I'm making an above average salary as of right now, regardless of experience, you feel me? And what y'all think? Did y'all think I made the right decision? What y'all had to do differently in that decision?
Well, I let Solo say, man, cause that nigga funny.
No, you go first. I want to hear what you gotta say.
You know what? You know, in this you know, particular position that you in, Spiff, it's hard to say what I would do. Because, you know, going to a new job and trying to, you know, reprove yourself to a group of people that you know, some of the people that you know, that's at that position. And, you know, it's going to be a lot of people that you don't know. But it's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of questions. It's, you know, you're dealing with a new group of people. You don't know how these people may react. And so it's kind of hard to say what I would do in my position. You know, being that you put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, you know, in the job that you at right now, you know, I feel like, you know, you staying where you are, you know, you can probably, you know, move up and level up in the position that you in right now, you know, because, you know, since you've been there, you know, you have told me like you have, you know, been promoted a few times to, you know, to the position that you in right now. But, you know, going into a new position and trying to prove yourself, ain't no telling how long that shit is really gonna, you know, take until you get to the position that you really want to be in.
Yeah, I feel the same in what he's saying. Not to like deter you from the other shit, but just me personally, I ain't even with all the new niggas and meeting new people and shit like that. But that's just me personally and stuff like that. But it really comes down to what the fuck you really want to do at the end of the day, though. Like, on some real G shit. But I feel exactly what bro said, though. Me personally, though. You feel me?
Facts, man.
I mean, I had turned them niggas down, though. I just wanted to see how y'all felt about the situation. But I turned them niggas down because at the end of the day, I know these niggas over here, you feel me? Mm-hmm. And anything that man said he was going to do, he done did it, you feel me?
Yeah. Because I seen you out there on the ice, you know, with Dasuk and them niggas, you know, at the Red Wings games.
You feel me? And his seats.
Yes, sir. You know, I done seen you at the clubs and at the bars, you know, and shit. You know, with that nigga Ethan and shit.
I'm telling you.
So, you know, I'm pretty sure Doggy Bone is good on his word, man.
I done been at the Pistons game about to splash. What's that nigga that played for The Jazz, he a lefty white boy. He played for Australia in the summer. I done been able damn near to slap that nigga on the back of his fucking neck, nigga. I was a row behind a nigga that was talking shit to motherfucking, what's that nigga? The good nigga on the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell. When he came back, when the Pistons blew a 15-point lead in the fourth. You feel me? So it is what it is. But I got one more situation to discuss with y'all at work, then I'm done talking about me. So in this time period,
yes, sir,
I got an email. They like on Juneteenth.
Shout out to Juneteenth
at 8:46.
Yeah,
we gonna have a moment of silence for 8 minutes and 46 seconds for Juneteenth. On the board, we got like when you come into the plant, you clock in. It's like 270s like mounted to the wall, and that's all the announcements and all that shit. They like any holiday we get to like wear whatever the fuck we want and shit like that. This is shit I didn't like, but I'm like, yeah, niggas is trying. It was like Juneteenth. It's like Juneteenth. Whatever the fuck, they're like, you gotta wear red, white, and blue. Fuck, whatever. What? I'm like, no. I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah. But I'm like, whatever though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm mostly, like, it's black people, but it's black people that's been out that way for, like, years, you feel me? So, they send the email out. We're going to do a moment of silence, 8 minutes, 46 seconds. I text my team leads, like, yeah, Juneteenth. Make sure in your top 5 meetings with your ops, you know what I'm saying, with your operators, you discuss this shit.
Fuck the ops.
So, I came through, you feel me? As soon as the email, this is simultaneously when my TO getting cussed out by my boss's boss. I ran up there. He was like, he's like, it ain't no problem. He's like, but did you get my email though? He was like, did you get my email though? I'm like, yeah. He was like, you think that's a good gesture? I'm like, yeah, you know.
Nigga, fuck you, white man.
I'm like, yeah, whatever. I think it'll mean, you know what I'm saying? You trying.
Spiff, you need to keep it all the way a being with these white men.
Look, man. Hey, all this coon 19th shit, you gotta go. Y'all niggas was not celebrating this shit until the white man told y'all it was cool to do this shit, man. I been knew about June 19th 4-5 years ago, man. But all I'm saying is, man, it's a lot of people out here that is trying too hard to stand up for black lives. If you gotta force this shit, then it's not for you. Y'all could go back to where y'all was at and shut the fuck up. And this June 19th shit, I might have been at Michigan State partying, but if the hoes like it, I love it, you feel me? But other than that, though, y'all niggas is out of line for this June 19th shit. Y'all ain't start fucking with this shit till the white man said it was cool, man.
Dog, let me ask you this shit, Solo. Let me ask you this, man.
What's the word?
June 19th. Is it me? Or did this shit just kind of come out of nowhere?
I've been knew about June 19th personally.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
yeah.
I feel like as a black man myself, we all know about this shit. But I feel like this has definitely been popularized by
just cause the
media,
media,
the Caucasians.
Yeah, the media done blew it up. Now y'all niggas want to celebrate cool 19th, man. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Like, why now at this moment?
Right, this shit beyond me. Like, the media pretty much control what the fuck we been doing for the last couple months, for real. If we want to be outraged, they gonna make us outraged. If we want to celebrate June 19th, we gonna celebrate that shit. We on lockdown because of COVID, we on lockdown. Like, you feel me? Like, bro, I ain't even that type of nigga to just be going for what other people doing this shit, bro. And this shit is blowing me. Even though I did turn up at State, y'all boys showed me a good time at that bitch. You feel me?
I mean, definitely, bro. But it's kind of like, I mean, you not lying. Both of y'all not lying, you feel me? I definitely done knew about June 19th for like 4-5 years, you feel me?
Nigga, we've been knowing about this shit forever, man.
But it's like, that nigga was so scared when he came up to me, bro. It's like, you think that's a good idea? He was like whispering and shit. Dude, like, you think that's a good idea?
The only thing that I feel like niggas was like dead ass wrong is because why would y'all niggas go and kneel for 8 minutes and 46 seconds because of fucking Juneteenth? A nigga died, nigga. Yeah. What the fuck do Juneteenth got to do with a nigga dying? and y'all niggas kneeling for 8 minutes and 40. Y'all niggas took a moment of silence. Look, nigga,
this why I call it Coon 19th, because nigga, we was still fucking slaves, nigga, damn near, nigga. Niggas was sharecroppers. We had to go through a whole fucking segregation. I'm not celebrating what the fuck Abraham Lincoln or what the fuck did. Like, nigga, that shit wasn't shit. Like, nigga, we was still going through it as black people. Like, yeah. And so we yeah, bro. That's why I got mixed emotions about it for real.
I only expect so much out of certain people, you feel me? I was like, whatever. I came in there, I was like, whatever. I spread the word out. And then when that shit happened, it was a decent moment. It definitely was a decent moment. Because, mind you, if I'm on an off shift, ain't no big bosses around. I don't know what the fuck going on with my direct boss, but that bitch is out of work for like the next 2 weeks, you feel me? So, like...
How convenient
and I went outside, you feel me? And I came back in, that bitch was dead silent. This a plant, though. You done worked in the plant. I don't think you worked in the plant.
No, I never worked in a plant. I'm too pretty for that.
But, like, that shit was dead silent. And I came in, it was just... It's always that one nigga. A foreign nigga rolling around in a fucking tugger. And he came up to me. Going on. He came up to me, his cart's dragging, and walked through the walkway. It say stop right there, but I'm in the middle of the walkway. I looked at him, and I told him, if you don't get your motherfucking ass off this motherfucking cart right now, I will beat the fuck out of you. We having a moment of silence. You could get the fuck out of my plant right now, nigga.
Dog, this nigga is just as bad as my pops. Did I ever tell that story on the pod where my pops and a couple of my cousins started fighting the whole club? Did I ever tell that story?
I feel like he's told me that story a couple of times.
You know,
tell it again.
I'm gonna tell the listeners of the motherfucking podcast, man. So my old man, you know, some of my older cousins and shit. So they had a club and shit. You know, everybody turning up, get money, get money. You know, bottles popping, you know, niggas is out there living their fucking best life and shit. So, my drunk ass father and my damn cousins, my older cousins and shit, they don't know, like, the party is for, like, a memorial of a nigga that just passed and shit. So, everybody up in there, you know, turned up. You know, somebody was like, all right, you know, we gonna, you know, take a moment of silence to... you know, to show love to our fallen soldier and shit. So the music go off. Guess what my pop said? Like, dog, who the fuck turned the music off, nigga? Turn that shit back on. So my dumbass daddy, nigga, don't know what the fuck is going on, nigga. Everybody in the club pissed off now because niggas fucking interrupted the fucking moment of silence. So out of nowhere, niggas got to swinging on my old man swinging on them niggas. They fighting the whole club and shit. Niggas up there getting they motherfucking ass whooped. Nigga, my pops come home, I lumped up. He was like, man, I don't know what happened. All I know is I told these niggas to turn the fucking music on. Niggas started swinging. But yeah, fuck niggas, man. Sometimes... You know, in the foreigner's case, man, he don't know what's going on, Spiff. I feel like that was a good moment for you to educate him to.
Bruh, that nigga ain't speak no English. He was like, stop. He like, stop working? I'm like, yes, nigga, stop working.
Nigga, get the fuck yo.
That nigga went out.
Off that motherfucking go-kart, nigga.
That nigga went out and outside and smoked the cig and shit. I'm like, stop, nigga. He like, stop working? He like, he was like, you tell my boss? I'm like, yes, that nigga know, bro. I'm like, yes, that nigga know. Get the fuck off. But yeah, like all the shit that was sketchy about it, of course, with that red, white, and blue shit, and then they trying to do it on June 19th and shit like that. I was like, whatever, but I was like, shit, fuck it. I'm like, whatever. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one to, you know, like Solo said, like, I ain't really with that shit neither, like, because we still wasn't really free like that, you feel me? But I'm like, whatever. These niggas trying to do something. Like, I told all my people, like, fuck that red, white, and blue shit, because it ain't no boss. Like, the biggest boss in that bitch it's me and then the other niggas that run the department. I'm like, nigga, y'all gonna wear red, black, and green in this bitch, nigga. You feel me?
I feel like some of the funniest shit that I've seen is when the Democrats was at I don't know where they were. I think it was like Nancy Pelosi and a couple of other people, and they was kneeling with their fucking kente cloth on their motherfucking shoulders and shit. Did you see that shit, Solo? Man, I'm at a loss for words with that type of shit because I feel like at this point niggas is pretty much just like pandering to us, man.
They clowning this for real, bro. They don't know what
Like,
the
who
fuck.
the fuck wears kente cloth? Like,
Man, they don't know what a
I
kente
don't know
cloth
what
is.
Africa tribe I'm from, nigga.
Right, nigga, what this mean? Like, what do that mean to us, nigga? Like, I could be from a whole different continent than Africa, nigga. It's black people everywhere, nigga. You gonna throw on a kente cloth. Bitch, I am disrespected, man.
Facts, man. The crazy shit is, man, because, me and Spiff, we kind of talked about this shit before. And, shout out to Bob Johnson, the nigga that formerly owned, BET and shit. He was like, any descendants of slaves, man, they should be given, reparations or whatever.
Nigga,
We need them bands.
if we get reparations, I need that corporate level Chrysler buyout check, nigga.
I need that shit.
You was a kid when Chrysler got bought out, when they was buying niggas out because the economic crash of 2008 and shit like that.
Yep.
I need about 500,000
But
and the house and the Cadillac.
for real.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. Detroit got their reparations. If you know, you know.
My nigga Solo been pulling Cash App scams for the last 6 months and all the motherfucking unemployment scams.
Hey, I don't know nothing about that. I work at Chrysler. Temperature checks when I go in. I don't know shit about that.
But I just think it's so funny because, I'm probably like the last nigga that's probably gonna get a check, man. I ain't gonna hold you up, Spiff. I was having a conversation with my old man yesterday because, as of recent, we've been finding a lot of, Lintons, that's my last name and shit. My auntie been finding these niggas on Facebook and shit. Come to find out, nigga, my family ain't even black, nigga. I mean, technically, we all got a
little white niggas though, cause they was the slave master was fucking on the women in that bit on the plantation. We all got a little whiteness.
Factuals,
But Spiff, do you know anybody in our family that is not black though?
I know somebody that's about to be in our family that's not black.
Whoa.
You gotta elaborate on this.
Right, I didn't know this.
Your cousin.
Oh.
That's all I got to say. So say less, nigga.
Y'all got
say less.
Occasions.
Say less, nigga.
But come to find out, man, nigga, my grandfather is from Trinidad. Nigga, and we got fucking white, Irish and shit. Nigga, pretty much my dad's side of the family, none of them niggas was fucking slaves. Nigga, I just gotta hope that on my mom's side, them niggas was slaves so I can give me a check, nigga.
I know it's some slaves, cause it's gotta be some slaves on my mama's side, cause all them motherfuckers came from South Carolina and migrated.
I'm gonna be sick as hell
Detroit.
if y'all niggas get banded up.
Oh, we about to
and I'll be
get
out here
paid,
looking
nigga. Solo about to be fooling on all 17 of his Instagrams. Instant infants to all that shit.
Dog, this nigga Solo already give me Black Force activity vibes anyway. He already got his hair dreaded, man. I don't know. I don't trust this nigga around any of my Capital One credit cards.
Look, man, that reparations is gonna be extra money. I'm throwing that shit in the strip club the same night I get it.
Facts.
Like that Dave Chappelle skit. He was like, hide the money, y'all. It's poor people around.
Man, shout out to my nigga Dave Chappelle, man. I thoroughly enjoyed that motherfucking special. I know we talked about that shit on the last motherfucking pod, but I watched it again, and I thoroughly enjoyed that shit, man.
I asked another black woman how she felt about it, and she was shitting on it. But
Really?
Yeah, she was like, why Dave Chappelle always gotta explain to white people about this and the third? Like, you can't get mad at a nigga if the white people fucks with him. You feel me?
Right.
If this is a black man, he's always spoke on racial injustice and things of that nature, bro. Like, you can't help it if like it's white people in the audience. Whoever buying, like whoever contributing to the bag is contributing to the bag. Like he can't help because he appeal to white people. You feel me? And he never claimed to be a nigga's nigga. Like he say that shit like he was backstage with Nas.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, you remember how I used to be in the PJs, the projects?"
Like,
he was
nigga.
like, "No, I don't."
Like I hate to say it, nigga.
Nah.
I saw a bit that he did. He was like, nigga, I didn't grow up in the projects, but nigga, I was the poorest of the niggas. I was, the poorest of the fucking white people that I grew up with in the suburbs. Like,
Man, I had to really realize that like Dave Chappelle is for the intellectual black, like, and I feel like all blacks are intellectual, but in their own right, like, you feel me? Like, Dave Chappelle fans is mostly white, and I realized this. I've been knew this, but I realized that's when I was talking to my parents. They said they went to a show and they was around mostly whites. You feel me?
facts.
And Dave Chappelle will say that shit like, yeah, he know his fans white. You feel me? But like, he is for a lot of his stand-ups, like most recent stand-ups, have been on some having a conversation type shit. Of course, there's gonna be some funny shit in there because it's Dave Chappelle, motherfucker. Like, what you expect? Like
his just demeanor and just a lot of things that he do is just funny in a way. And from what I've noticed, just watching a lot of his stand-ups and just watching him just perform his talent, is like that nigga's just like you say, he's an intellectual. He's for the intellectual, type of people, the type of thinkers that think on his same way. Like, this ain't no Kevin Hart, I'm gonna try to say some shit in a funny way. Like, no, nigga, fuck. Nigga, I'm not trying to shit on Kevin Hart, but nigga, his comedy just ain't for me. It's a lot of niggas that's comedy that just ain't for me. I want to think when I'm being entertained and shit.
Yeah, definitely. I think Dave Chappelle is a genius, and I've said this on multiple podcasts, but also he's one of the greatest orators of our time, bro. Like, the way, if he doing stand-up comedy, he could just sit in a pocket and have a conversation with niggas to where you still engaged, and then he might drop some funny shit on you. Like,
absolutely.
And he say that shit. He's like, nigga, I'm the dopest at this shit, nigga. Like, nigga, you could tell me anything to talk about. I'll talk about it, keep you engaged, and then I'll make jokes around that shit. Like, not a lot of niggas can do that shit.
Absolutely.
A lot of niggas just pull from their life experiences and make it funny. That nigga you could get that nigga any topic right now. He'll sit in the pocket, discuss that shit, and then make jokes about it. Like,
and what I like is that not only, he tells a story, he gives his point of view, but a lot of his shit is like really timeless. A lot of the shit that he say is like, it could be used in today's time, yesterday's time, and a lot of shit. That's what I'm saying. Even the old joke of like, who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a times like this? Like, that nigga said that shit like 10 years ago. Like,
still relevant.
When the fuck that George Bush shit happened? Like, nigga, that shit was so fucking long ago. 2001. Come on, man. And he bring that shit up to this point. Nigga, that's some genius motherfucking mentality, man.
Chappelle literally got the best sketch comedy show of all time.
I totally agree with you.
There's nothing comparable to it. Like, that nigga
drip,
literally
drip,
a genius.
pee on
and I
you.
think him walking away from that bag really set him in stone. Like, that made him even more legendary, you feel me? Because he said, fuck the bag, man. I got integrity as an artist.
But just that he can just come back and double back and get that same bag that he walked away from.
2-3 times that. You feel me?
That's crazy.
Crazy as hell.
That's crazy, man. That's a different type of, gifted, man. When Floyd Mayweather would say like, yeah, a lot of niggas is talented, but I'm God gifted.
Exactly.
Like, with that nigga Kraft, man, that nigga is God gifted, man.
Man, but But, moving forward, man, can y'all please break down this J. Cole and NoName situation? I got a couple of different, people in my ear. Of course, you talk to Mila and shit.
Thanks.
And then I listen to the song.
Yeah.
I'm going to let y'all niggas go first to educate me more before I get canceled by all the black women in America before I say what I got to say.
Man, I let Solo because he is the artist, and I feel like it's a good way to have an artist point of view, in this case, man. So please, Solo, man, take it away.
Hey, I fuck with black women, but I'm gonna tell her how it is, man. Fuck these hoes, dog.
Damn.
On some real G100 shit, like the whole situation. I feel like NoName trying to come up with J. Cole name. And the reason why I say this is because J. Cole been in the front lines, protesting, being an activist. He didn't even have to say shit to NoName. And then when he did, it's not like he said no disrespectful shit. It's not he said, bitch, I'm out here. I'm on the front lines. Bitch, what you talk about? He just said, J. Cole came with some real shit. And this is why I had the conversation with my mans. I'm like, J. Cole is probably the best conscious rapper of all time because this nigga says what's on your mind, but you don't even know it's fucking there. Right. So he's saying shit like, maybe you right, maybe I'm not the one to lead, but you are. You educated, you this, you that. He was really empowering her, and he was saying you probably right. And then for her to respond, talk about all this shit going on, and you can only bring up me. Why would you make a song? You bringing up him and all this shit going on. Why are you talking about J. Cole? Like, obviously, she's trying to come off her bro name. I got a lot of respect for NoName as an artist, as a lyricist. But at the same time, like, I do realize this, too, that female logic, and I hate to say this, women logic, is different from male logic. There's no reason
1000%.
for a male and a woman to be arguing, bro, because you will never get nowhere. Women sometimes are from Mars and niggas are from Venus, or did I say that backwards?
Backwards as fuck,
yeah.
but it's okay.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, y'all trying to come at Cole like he a misogynist? Like he ain't give y'all a cricket smile for y'all bitches to look in the mirror and feel pretty? And feel pretty? Like, you feel me? Like, nigga, you like, he ain't have to do that for y'all hoes, man. And y'all go come and turn y'all back on Cole, like Cole ain't Cole. Like, and another thing I do realize is a lot of people just got hip to Cole, like, probably 2014 Forest Hills Drive. You feel me? Like, niggas don't know Cole, and they don't know he really, like, perspective as fuck. And, like, he gonna say the most honest shit that he possibly can. So I feel like a lot of people' opinions are not really, like, accurate because they just start listening to Cole and they don't really know what Cole is all about. Like, I'm making sense. Like, what do y'all like? I'm
a try to,
give us a little background into what actually happened.
Listen, so basically, shout out to Shorty NoName and everything. She's been, very vocal in the whole Black Lives Matter movement, and all the social, activism that she been, portraying out, on social media and everything like that. And basically, from what I've noticed is that, Joe Cole, J. Cole, from the song is like, just like Solo said, my original thinking is that, like, man, from what I've heard, I thought he was uplifting her. I feel like he was actually, like, telling her, like, you know what, maybe I'm not doing enough for myself, maybe I'm not doing enough for, for my people, and everything like that. And I feel like he was bigging her up in a way. But as I go back and, look at social media, and I just kept seeing a lot of black women, they were just so, distraught by, by the song that he released and shit, to the point where, through my male goggles that I got on, I'm like, damn, am I missing something? Like, am I wrong? Like, I feel like he was bigging her up, Spiff. But, I reached out to, to some good friend of ours because I felt like I needed a woman's POV in this type of situation and shit. And, like, don't get me wrong, Solo, you not wrong for, like, thinking the way that you think.
At all.
You not wrong at all. However, as I was properly educated and, by these good women that we know, it's like, how dare of a nigga like J. Cole to try to correct or try to tell a woman, how to speak and how to act, in a song when, this woman is basically fighting for us, I feel like, I'm just kind of echoing their sentiments is that, yeah, this black woman is fighting for black men, and these are the same black women that nurture us, that birth us, and show us love and care, for us and everything. And for J. Cole to kind of like come back towards her and try to tell her how to talk and how to portray her message is like wrong and right. And I totally agree with that, because I feel like we talked about this on the last episode, because Spiff, I feel like, a lot of black women don't get their just due. A lot of black women are abused. A lot of black women don't get their credit that they are due. And being that J. Cole is a bigger name in this situation, it's like a lot of the work that NoName have done is definitely going to get overshadowed just because of the artist and, his popularity and everything. So I can't lie, man. I'm gonna ride with my black women on this one, especially, with me reaching out to them and them voicing their sentiments in this situation. Yeah, J. Cole was kind of wrong, man.
Damn. So you feel like J. Cole, you was telling her how to speak, like?
He definitely. I mean, if you even listen to the song and everything like that, like, he was basically just saying, like, he don't even know this woman, but he just assuming. Even in the song, he assumed that she grew up from a
No, he know her for sure. Her? Like, they got songs together and all that.
Oh, okay,
for sure. Like,
that makes sense now.
Yeah, like I can't say he was so much telling her how to speak. It's like it was so much to like. She came for him. Why are you even coming for him? Like, why do J. Cole have to make a tweet about Black Lives Matter when he out in the front lines? Like, right. And what the fuck is J. Cole gonna do? He not Barack Obama. And he, like, this is one thing about celebrities that we gotta realize. Like, they are regular people. Like,
absolutely,
he can only do so much. And that's what he was saying in the song. So I related to this song. I didn't know. Look, when I first listened to the song, I did not know it was about NoName. I'm not a social media nigga, bro.
Me either.
You feel me? So I did not know. I'm just listening to it. I'm thinking he just talking about some bitch he went to college with or some shit. And I'm like, wow, honestly, this shit crazy.
Honestly, Solo, me and Spiff talked about it like a few pods ago. It was another like random girl that was asking like, where the fuck is Kendrick at this time? Where is J. Cole? What the fuck is they doing right now?
Dog.
And just as soon as Shorty tweeted that shit out, J. Cole was out there with everybody. Right. You feel me?
But it's like this too. It's only so much they can do. Like, he's an artist. He's not fucking Martin Luther King. He's not Barack Obama. Like, he's an artist. His job is to be an artist. Kendrick is silent, but albums like To Pimp a Butterfly.
Shout out to it.
That shit has done a lot more than anything NoName has ever put out.
This dick ain't free.
Any tweet she made during this Black Lives Matter, To Pimp a Butterfly has done more than. So, like, I don't really get where she coming from. I'm trying to understand to the best of my ability where she was coming from when she made that tweet talking about, like, what is the tweet gonna do? And I hate Twitter activists. I hate social media activists.
Absolutely, me
I
too.
Swear to God, you're not doing shit by let's black out our timeline. I know a lot of people did that. And I don't want nobody to feel offended. But what is that shit really doing? Like, we passed that.
Honestly, I tweet less. I tweet less in a time like this. I feel like more action should be spoken about than trying to get on and then try to get on Twitter.
Her whole argument was a tweet. What is a tweet gonna do? Like, I really just need to understand what the fuck a tweet is gonna do.
Facts.
Well, from the outside looking in, cause I done deleted all social media for like the last 3 weeks. And speaking to Meech and then speaking to J Mila, you feel me? Getting this whole story, I was like, and after I listened to the song, I was like, Nick Young face emoji with the question marks, like, huh? Like, in the song, I feel like he was bigging her up. I feel like, and he wasn't criticizing her. He was like, I would have written about it a different way, but since you got all the answers and this is your movement and you feel a certain type of way about me, show me what I should do. You feel me? But in the same light, with the BLM movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, you know, the black women's rights and the Me Too movement has been up there with it as well. You feel me? So I feel like the best response was no response. Just speaking on the whole theme of this podcast. What are you to do? You feel me? With the story I shared with y'all to open up the podcast. My best move was to not make no move at all. I feel like Cole could have just not said shit about it.
Absolutely.
You feel me? But at the end of the day, I feel like NoName, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you like, I said this shit on like 2 podcasts ago, like, nigga, as far as that celebrity shit go, I don't need no other nigga to speak for me, bro, but me. Mm-hmm. Dave Chappelle said it, like, why do I need to speak out when it's niggas in the streets that's handling
out there doing the fucking
work? You feel
work
me? I feel
day.
my way, you feel me? And I've always been about that shit. My content has always been about that shit, you feel me? So why do I need to speak now if I've always been about that shit?
Let me ask you this shit, Spiff. Mm-hmm. Am I wrong? Because since I did have these conversations, did have this conversation with these women, mm-hmm. Am I wrong to side with them?
Because, no, you feel the way you feel.
Because when George Floyd was laying out there in the middle of the street with a leg, with a knee in his motherfucking neck, screaming out for his mother, and I saw afterwards, a woman, her son was taken, his life was taken because of police brutality and everything like that, and one of the news reporters asked her, like, why did you feel like you needed to come out here? She said, because George Floyd asked for his mother, and I feel like every mother should have been out here, to show support in a time like this. So when he called for his mother, every mother should be out here.
Definitely.
And I feel like in this case, it's like a lot of these black women that nurture and care for us and everything. Mm-hmm. What the fuck do J. Cole gotta think at a time like this, nigga?
This is my thing. I'm not siding with nobody. I'm just trying to give a little perspective to it. You feel me?
I get it.
This not the most extreme case of like women being abused and shit like that, but black women on tip. So
black women
goes.
are probably some of the most abused.
Yeah,
people
that's what I'm saying.
Here.
Black women are on tip right now, so anything goes. Do I feel like it was that extreme? No. And if them niggas know each other, like Solo saying they know each other, it should have never been taken to social media anyway. That's one, nigga.
That's a fact.
You gotta look at both parties on that shit. 2, it should have never been no song, no tweet, or whatever the fuck happened. If them niggas know each other, boom. If I know Cole and I'm NoName, like, damn, what's up with you? You feel me? Why you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Then we had a conversation. So at the end of the day, I love black women. I feel like the whole situation just derives from people not really trying to stick up for black women.
Yeah.
And I applaud you for doing so, but I have to be honest, and I feel like this situation could have been handled by both parties differently.
Is it overblown?
I feel like it's definitely it's definitely overblown, because if y'all know each other, why y'all ain't calling each other? Absolutely. This shit could have been handled private. Cole ain't the nigga that niggas is trying to make him out to be misogynistic just because he say bitch and hoe and shit like that. That nigga just be on some real nigga shit, you feel me? Like, bitches gotta stop. Well, women gotta stop acting like they don't like that type of shit, you feel me? They got to stop acting like they don't like that type of shit to a certain extent. You feel me? You got to stop acting like you don't like these niggas that's hardcore and, are cutting to you and shit. You feel me? Y'all got to stop acting like that shit. I feel like Cole, wrong time. And if I'm Cole, you feel me, and I notice everything that's going on, I probably would have just, even if I seen a tweet and she started with me, I probably called her like, what's going on with this? Like, what you want to talk about? Absolutely. I feel like that's his only mistake. Misogynistic? No, nigga. No, niggas been clowning Cole since day one for respecting black women, bro. The same thing you love be the same thing you hate. Stop
Absolutely.
it, bro. Stop it, nigga.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not going for none of that shit, bro, because at the end of the day, I respect black women wholeheartedly, but I gotta call a spade a spade. Like, that shit is bullshit, bro. And that shit should have been private. It's no way I should be knowing about they feud right now. We shouldn't even be talking about this shit, period.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
I just want to say, first of all, like, Cole was not dissing NoName. And if we keeping the buck just on some rap shit, we know Cole gonna body the fuck out of NoName if it was ever a problem, ever a beef. Cole really just, and I think you gotta understand Cole as an artist to understand Snow in the Bluff. If you was fucking with Cole from the warm up, all that, then you know Cole will get in the booth and just spill out his honest thoughts. I don't think, like, maybe this was a song for Cole to keep in the chamber. He never really had to respond, but I feel the perspective of him just doing some therapeutic shit. Like,
yeah, sometimes you just gotta get that shit out.
It was not necessarily a diss because we not gonna take it there. Cause if you really know, Cole will body the fuck out of NoName, like, on some rap shit, bro. Like, Facts. NoName is hard, NoName sweet as fuck, but she can't toe to toe with Cole. So I don't want people to view this as a diss. You know what,
Solo? And I heard that she had a response to, the song Snow in the Bluff, from J. Cole. I didn't listen to it.
And he tweeted the song. That's how you know it's not no beef.
Feelings.
Like, it's not no beef. Like, it's just a conversation. Maybe NoName took it personal and her ego was damaged, but I don't think Cole's ego was ever damaged.
You know what? I think it is, man. It's social media.
Yeah, social media did hype it up more.
Because, I didn't know this shit was really a issue until I saw this shit, on Twitter. I saw the trending topic. I saw a lot of people tweeting about that shit. I saw Hot 97, J. Cole, takes a shot at NoName. Like, everybody was posting that shit, but I feel like this is definitely driven by social media. They could be chilling in the stew right now, not saying shit. They could just be chilling, kicking it.
Knowing Cole gonna probably hit her up, get an interview with her.
Right.
Yeah, like, bro.
If this nigga Cole can sit down with Lil Pump,
man.
I know he can sit down with her.
After he bodied Lil Pump, bro. I'm talking body. This nigga talking about you gonna be broke in a year. And then sat down with the nigga. You feel me? Like,
I don't know, man.
Cole don't win that niggas way harder than motherfucking NoName, bro.
I don't know.
Y'all remember the Diggy Simmons beef?
Look, hey, shout out to Purple Rain.
He was bodying Lil Diggy, man.
Shout out to Purple Rain.
He was bodying Lil Diggy, dog. Like, for real. Talking about he fucked Vanessa, nigga. He'd take Diggy on tour and change the nigga life. Like,
shout out to Purple Rain. That's a hard
y'all trying to tell me that Cole really came at NoName? It was not that, bro. I know when Cole come at niggas, bro. And I may be biased, and I think a lot of this conversation has to do with biases. And I may be biased because Cole really my nigga. Like,
yeah, man.
You feel me? Cole taught me how to rap damn near. So I do have a bias.
I totally agree with you, man. But, like, I don't want this message to get, misconstrued.
Nah, man. The black women, we support you wholeheartedly, but, like, even with everything that's going on, bro, like, I feel like niggas is just picking fights with the wrong niggas. Like, why do I give a fuck what this celebrity thing or this celebrity thing?
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, shit is deep, but when it's amongst your own people, it's not that deep, nigga. Look at Cole, bro.
And another thing is, man, is that, I had this conversation with Mila, prior to, to the whole NoName and J. Cole situation. And I asked her, I was like, I feel like, at this time right now, I feel like we supposed to be coming together in a lot. And, everybody should be, trying to proceed to one goal. But it seems as if, like, a lot of black men are starting to get, bashed. I feel like a lot of black women is bashing black men. Out of nowhere, I saw a lot of people started to speak up on, black on black violence. I seen a lot of women talking about them being abused by black men and everything like that.
Bro, let's speak on it, bro.
I saw so many rape Detroit
Dog,
rape pages and everything like that.
Look, bro, and I'm keeping it all the way 1,000 with niggas, like, based off of what was been happening and all the shit that, like, black females have been saying about how we disrespect them and all this rape stuff, like, it had me questioning myself, because it's like, they say if you have ever, like a female said no and then you kept trying, like, that's rape. Did you hear that, or am I tripping? You kept trying, but look, but is it not females out here that say no, but they really on that, like, type shit?
Yeah.
Go talk and then to go talk to that girl, like, say for instance the bitch say no, like, no, I ain't trying to fuck, and then you leave him alone. Bitch, go talk to that girl. It's like, oh, girl, that nigga was weak as fuck. This is in the third. You feel me? Like, it's a thin line between it, but nigga, black men definitely be having rapey vibes, especially in the clubs, or if we got the hoes coming through. Like, I done seen some shit to whereas all this shit that been going on, I done been with the hoes. I'm like,
No, niggas is really creeps out here, but, like, it's too, like, certain shit they was saying is too, like, vague and
don't get me wrong, Solo. It was a lot of niggas that I seen on there that was on some bullshit.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like certain.
But look, all right, let me just say this. I seen something where it was like, if your bitch don't give you no pussy and you mad at her, that's rape vibes. What? Are you fucking serious? Am I going too far, or am I? But, like, all right, say my bitch don't give me no pussy.
Okay.
And I'm mad. I'm gonna get over it. But damn, I wanted some pussy. I talked to my niggas. My nigga, I'm not gonna say his name, but that's my day one nigga. Like, he be telling me, like, bro, I'm mad as hell, bro. I ain't got no pussy in 2 weeks, bro. Like, you feel me? Like,
and he got a shorty?
Yeah, his whole girl. Like, you feel me? Like, of course we gonna be mad, but we not forcing y'all to do shit. Like, you feel me? Pussy free out here. It's really free out here. Like,
but it's just the way that you go about doing it, though. Like, I feel like a lot of niggas coerce bitches. I feel like a lot of niggas put bitches in, like, ultimatums to try to get the puss and shit.
Niggas definitely. I done felt sad.
Now that's rape.
Yeah, I done felt sad hearing stories from females about how, like, they felt pressured into having sex and shit like that. But I do feel like the conversation on social media was a little too, like, they were saying pretty much anything was rape. If she don't just throw you the pussy, it's pretty much rape. That's how I was feeling. Like, damn, if she ain't throwing me the pussy, it was rape.
Yeah.
That's how I was feeling, for real. And I was questioning myself. I'm like, I know I ain't about to beg or do no extra shit. You feel me? Like, but it's kind of like, I don't know what the fuck.
Listen, I told Mila when I talked to her, a few days. Well, it's probably been a week by today's standards. It's probably been a week ago. But I told her, like, I had unfollowed a nigga that I was, like, really, like, solid, like, cool with. To stop fucking with him because it was like 4 or 5 bitches that came with the same story. I'm like,
damn.
All right, nah.
Yeah.
All these bitches can't be lying.
Something ain't right here.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right here.
So I totally just, like, disassociated myself with that nigga, man. Yeah. Because I feel like, all right, man.
Maybe a lot of this shit don't apply to me, but it would just seem like it applied to me.
Yeah, it wouldn't apply to you because, I feel like you probably move in the right direction.
Yeah, bro.
Like, you ain't out here, like, forcing bitches to fuck.
Dog.
Like, even Solo said, like, these hoes gon' fuck.
It was bad bitches in high school that wanted me to chase them. And you could ask anybody that know me, I never chased a bitch in my life, bro. Never, ever chased a bitch.
You know what?
You think I'm about to chase some pussy when I know it's free pussy out here?
And
I could pay for some pussy before I rape a bitch. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Back page for sure.
What? Do you hear me though? Like,
but don't let them message get misconstrued.
Yeah. It's a lot of fucked up shit going on out here.
It's a lot of fuck niggas out here.
It's a lot of niggas that's fucked up out here in the world and on some bullshit. And I do get that completely. But we gotta be specific when we talk about these type of things.
Absolutely.
Because me being mad at my girl for her not giving me no coochie, like I'm gonna be mad. I'm not gonna take it out of you, but I'm gonna be. You feel me? We ain't gonna be on no buddy shit after that. Like I'm gonna be watching TV, chilling and shit. But you feel me? Like that's not right vibes. I'm sorry. I'm a nigga. I like to fuck. You my girl.
That's what I'm saying. You young man. And I told Spiff, nigga, we had a little conversation that we had like many pods ago. Like I feel like I'm in the prime of my life. Nigga, if I can fuck every day, I will fuck every day. And
nigga,
maybe three times a day.
What?
You feel me?
Bring it back, man. Remix.
But what I have to like understand is that like a woman don't have the same anatomy as us, man. They can't fuck every day. Like they can't fuck 3 times a day. Like I hear from my shorty like, man, my legs hurt just by having them open.
That vagina be tired, dude.
Like you can't just keep stabbing.
That motherfucker be sore, dude. And then you can feel it when it's sore too. Like I don't want to get too deep on the combo. We all do say Henny Black, but like you feel me, like. Female vagina do get wore out like after a certain.
But can I introduce a question to y'all niggas, man? Have y'all ever been like a victim of sexual abuse?
Hell yeah! Can I speak on this?
Absolutely, man.
Oh, I'm talking about with females. Look,
absolutely, yeah.
It's a lot of hoes. I mean, not a lot of hoes, cause I did want to fuck a lot of the hoes that I fucked, but it's a few hoes that. I didn't really want to fuck.
I feel like this is like something that hasn't been brought up enough.
Exactly. I ain't gonna say society. I ain't gonna say it like I'm no bitch or nothing like that. But you feel me? Like it's a few hoes that you feel me. I wasn't even on that with, but I felt obligated to fuck because I'm me. You feel me? Like if she want to fuck, then I'm gonna fuck her. But I didn't want to fuck, and you feel me? Like it's a lot of situations like that I felt was kind of sort of like. I wouldn't say sexual abuse, but if it was a shoe on the other foot, it would have been like something.
You would be in jail.
Right, it would have been something. Like say for instance, like I'm telling this bitch like, I don't have no condoms. Do you have a condom? She like, no. Put the pussy on me. Like, bitch, I ain't want to fuck you raw. Even though I'm in it now and we here now, but it's like, you feel me? If it was the shoe on the other foot, it would have been something, right?
Right. Because if it's shorty, you'd be like, you got a condom, and you'd be like, no, but you still put the dick in.
Right. That should have been something. Yeah. Exactly. But since I'm a nigga, nah, it's cool. You feel me? Like, and of course I don't think about this, but when the conversations come up, like when females be saying the most minuscule shit is sexual abuse, I be thinking too, like, damn, like, nigga, well, I done been through some shit where I didn't really feel, you feel me? Like, I didn't really want to fuck this bitch, but she telling my niggas, like, she want to fuck me and shit, so I'm going to fuck her. Like, I was chilling, you feel me? Like, and I feel obligated to fuck. I feel like that's the same shit females be saying when they feel obligated to fuck.
Well,
like, I didn't really want to fuck the bitch for real. I was chilling.
Well, shit, Spiff, let me ask you, man, is, what you think about, sexual abuse, and have you ever been a victim of sexual abuse yourself?
I mean, to black women standard, I guess I have, because I was rapping with a bitch like I was 13, you feel me, when I lost my virginity. Damn. And the bitch was like 17, and they was like, oh, that's abuse. Or if...
Hey, nigga, you just trying to get your rocks off.
Like, nigga, I know what the fuck I was doing. I was trying to get some pussy, and I was trying to get some pussy from a bitch that knew what she was doing.
I got something to say about that, too.
And then, just on the type of tip, what Solo was just speaking on, as far as, like, if a bitch say no or whatever the case may be, like, no means no, don't get me wrong. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you about to fuck a bitch and she like, no, I'm not really trying to do that shit. She's smiling. Like, bro, I done been in that same situation reverse, nigga. Yeah. I done been, nigga. And then Solo, you gonna experience this shit when you get a little bit older. Like, nigga, I work every fucking day, you feel me? Tired and shit. Bitches tapping me like, come on, like, you feel me? And I'm like, nah, to the point where I'm tired. I just want to sleep, you feel me? And bitches just pressing it on me, put the pussy on me. I'm telling you, no, you feel me? Then I'm like, fuck it, I just gotta fuck this bitch so she, like, leave me the fuck alone type shit.
As a nigga, you obligated.
Like, leave me the fuck alone type shit. So, if we calling a spade, then yes, you feel me? Like,
shit, Solo wanted to say something real quick.
I seen some shit where it was like, fucking Lil Wayne, he fucked a bitch at 8 years old because of Birdman, and well, not 8 years old, it was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And everybody like, he was young, he didn't know what the fuck he wanted. But nigga, when I was 10, I knew I wanted to fuck bitches. That would have been a dream for me. You feel me? So it's like a lot of shit. You just get blurred by all this social media shit and what's politically correct. And
But let me just say this real quick, Solo. You know, from the scientists and educated people, they will say you shouldn't have been thinking about no shit like that at 10.
man, look, Wayne fucked a grown bitch at 10 years old. That would have been a dream come true for me. That's just me though. I can't speak for everybody else. But I know I wanted to fuck bitches at 10 years old. And that's just me, though. I can't speak for everybody else, though. I can't say that was sexual abuse. Because me, personally, at 10 years old, I would have fucked a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's me, personally, though. And if I'm wrong, if I'm sick, I don't know what to tell niggas. But this is just real shit.
Man, can I keep it a whole bean with y'all
keep
niggas,
it a whole
man?
bean. That's what we
Can I keep it a whole bean?
I don't know if I'm getting too real for the pod, bro.
No. You definitely not getting too real. I feel like these are the conversations that need to be spoken about at this time, man, because...
Oh, real shit, though. Like, nigga, I knew I wanted to fuck hoes back then, bro.
Yeah.
Is that fucked up? Maybe. But I like bitches. I like what I like. I don't know what to tell niggas.
Man, well, you know, I was having this conversation with my shorty like not too long ago, and I don't even know what the fuck we was even talking about, but the whole conversation of sexual abuse have come up, and I told her, I was like, a cousin, she gonna remain nameless at this moment. She always been like kind of nasty, like a freaking type shit. Like even my mama told me she changed my diaper as a baby, and she was like, oh, he got a big ass dick, like for a baby and shit. And one thing, like she would like kiss me on the lips as a kid and shit, and I was like, like I knew it was weird, but nigga just kept going on with his life as a kid and shit. But I remember at a particular point in time and shit, I used to go to Kalamazoo. Shout out to my grandma and my great grandmother, man. We used to go to it's a Bible camp, man. Nigga, it's like a campground everybody used to go to, niggas be in there for like a couple weeks, praise the Lord, nigga. We had like Bible school, and everybody had like Bible study, and then we'd go swimming, play basketball, and that type of shit. But I remember being down there with my cousins and shit, and them niggas that had got caught fucking like one of the pastor's daughters and shit, running a nasty ass train on her and shit. And while I'm with my cousins and shit, they introduced me to a lot of bitches that's like much older than me. I'm like 11. You feel me? And I'm dealing with bitches that's like 16, 17. And not trying to like, talk crazy or like big up myself. Like, I always been the light skin, nigga with the waves and shit. Bitches like just fucking with me and shit. And like bitches used to like let me grab their titties, let me do all types of shit, kiss me, and do nasty shit too. And I just thought like that's just the type of shit that niggas and bitches do. But not knowing, looking back, I'm like, nigga, I'm 11 years old dealing with bitches at 16 and 17. Like this shit is like a different type of like nasty, man.
I feel it. It's different. I think it's different from males and females. You feel me? But as a male, you gonna want to get off, bro. From the day that you learn.
Man, I didn't know what the fuck was getting off. Nigga had 11. Nigga.
I didn't either. I didn't know what. Well, no, I had to. Maybe because I had to talk early with my parents. I was young as hell, nigga.
Solo, when bitches asked me how old I was, I put up 2 fingers for 11. Like, I'm this old. Like, I'm still young as hell in my head.
Damn. Well, I mean, maybe I was an advanced young nigga, but I was on that, bro. I didn't get off the first time till I was 15, bro. I was a late bloomer. Not gonna lie, I was a late bloomer with the hoes. But I was on that. My mentality was that, bro. Like, and maybe, I don't know, like, because I was exposed to a lot of shit at a young age, like, personally. You feel me? So I never looked at it as, oh, this shit is bad. I just thought one day I'm going to luck up and hit an older bitch while I'm a young ass nigga. That's how I personally looked at it. And I think it's different for males and females. Yeah. If a nigga was on that shit with a female at a young age, I'd be like, what the fuck?
That nigga did his ass beat.
Fuck. Like, you need to get killed type shit or put in jail for life or some shit.
I swear to God, man, I was down there at the little campground at Bible camp. And I remember, like, I had just turned, like, And I might have just like turned 10 because I was like, because even I remember the girl, she was like, oh, you hit double digits now. She was like, oh, you my boyfriend. And I remember I was like, this bitch is like way much more older than me. Like,
Can I ask one question?
Please.
Was she ugly?
See, now she was decent. She was decent. Like, I had the little bitch buying me cheese fries. You know, she's like, you know what I mean? Like, but looking back at that shit, like, that bitch had to been, like, doing some type of abuse or, like, been, have received some type of abuse herself for,
I feel it.
you know, by fucking with me at a tender age of 10, 11 years old.
Look, I got slobbed up when I was 12, but we was the same age, though. You feel me? Like, that's just it goes to show you that I knew what the fuck I wanted. You feel me? At that age. And she was on the same thing, bro. But for a female to be older, that is kind of weird and shit, like, I guess. And maybe it's weird for, like, 2 12-year-olds to be on that, but I just felt like we probably grew up too fast or whatnot. But I still to this day don't look at it like it was no bullshit, bro. Like, you feel me? I don't look at that shit like it was weird. Like, nigga, well, bro said he lost his virginity at 13. You feel me? So,
I mean, like, I was on that shit. Like, that's why I've been kind of so mute in this conversation. Like, it is what it is. And Meech, you could probably attest to me. We was in high school, nigga, like, I was fucking everything, like, on my own terms type shit, you feel me? So, like, looking back at it, I still don't think it was weird because, like, that's just the environment we grew up in. Ain't nothing fucking wrong with me, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
maybe if we would have been, like, white kids in a rich family and, you feel me? I don't know. I don't really know.
I was trying to fuck at, like, 11, 12, like, period.
Exactly,
like, once
bro.
my shit, when I started waking up in the morning, my shit was getting hard, nigga, I was trying to
Exactly,
fuck something,
like,
nigga, period, nigga.
Spiff, you don't even remember this shit. I was young as hell. Nigga, I'm like, bro, I think, this before I even knew what sex was. I told this nigga, like, I think I'm addicted to sex. This nigga like, man, don't tell nobody else that shit, especially not our parents. They gonna think it's some bullshit. I'm like, all right, dog. But, nigga, I just knew I liked bitches, man, at a young age,
That's
bro.
what it is, bro.
It is what the fuck it is, dog. I liked hoes, and I wanted to get off young.
Man, but this is just basically just trying to educate people. Is like that whole sexual abuse shit, man. That shit go both ways, man. It's a lot of men out here that's getting abused. It's a lot of women that's out here getting abused, and like, please watch your kids, man. Please watch the environments that they grow up in, because you don't know what the fuck is going on when they at school. You don't know what the fuck is going on when they not around you and shit. You don't know who the fuck the family members are that's abusing your children, man. Please watch your kids, man, because you never know. Like, this is the type of shit that shapes and mold us who we are today. Like, nigga, ever since I started getting, like, you know, the bitches and shit, like I always shot for bitches that was older than me. Nigga, every girlfriend that I had was older than me. Every relationship that I was in, the bitch was older than me. Like, is it because I was fucking with a bitch when I was 11 and she was like 16? Maybe. I don't know. Is it because nigga, a cousin was kissing on me and shit when I was a fucking baby and shit? Nigga, I don't know. Nigga, that's just the type of nigga that I am. But it is what the fuck it is, man.
I just want y'all to know y'all hearing real perspectives. This is not no politically correct shit. This is the real what the fuck it is. This real life. This real people. This real language.
Actual factuals, but man, I hate for niggas to get like deep like this on the motherfucking pod.
Oh, bro, that's what we here for.
Yeah, you know, I feel like these are the conversations that need to be spoken about. I feel like these are the situations that need to be brought about, you know, in our community, man.
Look, bro, this shit really not that deep, bro. Like, I mean, it is deep, like, when you talk about, like, other people and shit like that. But when it comes to us, is it really that deep, though? Like, we had this conversation on some regular ass shit amongst each other, you feel me? And
Facts.
this shit wouldn't be that deep. It just be what it is, like, nigga, shit.
Actual factuals. But Spiff Lord.
Yes, sir.
You know, this is a motherfucking Meech and Spiff podcast. Am I correct?
You know it.
How many listeners we got?
13.
13 of them things, man. And I appreciate all 13 of them motherfuckers, man.
Definitely, man. Shout out to y'all. We appreciate you wholeheartedly, man.
Man, but Spiff Lord, before we shake up out of here, man, you got any last words, any last topics that you like to say, that you would like to say at this time?
No, I ain't got the energy. Y'all niggas draining me with getting all this deep and shit, bro. Y'all really is. No, I ain't got shit.
Man, but just to keep it a whole beam with y'all niggas, I appreciate all 13 of y'all niggas for always listening, always rocking with us, always giving feedback, and all of that good extra gangster dumb shit that y'all niggas do. Man. But Solo,
What's the word?
before we slide out of here, you got any last words you want to tell the people? Anything you want to promote at this time, man?
I might get a little freestyle in if I can remember this shit.
Is it okay we can get a little style for free, Spiff?
Let me see.
Shit, do it.
Partially functional, half of me is comfortable, the other half is close to the kill like Mr. Hustle.
The age problematic, so fuck giving thanks. 60-40 split, Reza Phillip Banks. I could have made $1 million off it all, Benji Franks. Fast money, slow money, never good with no money. Room full of wannabes, I was so hungry. Cold world and they never had a code for me. Angelicness don't equate to snow bunnies. Broke as hell mindset that I could fuck Beyonce. I guess it's my world like Nas say. I'm only doing features for the Kanyes. Might've came off twisted like Conway. Take heed on this guy's speed. Sleepless through the night, let me roll this weed. I thought I told you that like Lil Key. Strange times and the dollar's such a fickle thing. If he asked to fuck again, then you the man Skrilla. My weekend bitch, a poor man scissor. I'm drunk as hell, but you know, I still got it a little
twisted
bit.
like Conway face.
You feel me though? You feel me?
Hey man, and that's the motherfucking Meech and Spiff podcast. Hey Spiff,
Yo.
it's okay if I can call him one this week?
Call it one, cause niggas is out of control, bro.
You funky dog head bitch.
Here.